Hi, Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera everybody. In the previous video, we have learned the basic sketching in SolidWorks using some sketching tools. For example, how to draw a straight line, how to make a rectangle, slot, circle, and so on, including trims and also extend entities. Let's continue our lesson into the next level, which is advanced sketching. Now, open SolidWorks and open new part document. And then we go to the sketch and choose top plane. So today I'm going to teach you how to perform dimensioning in SolidWorks. So here we have a very special tools for dimensioning, which is Smart Dimension. Smart Dimension is a very powerful tool in SolidWorks which enable you to input value for angle, radius, diameter, length, distance, and etc. So if you see over here, you will find a Smart Dimension icon. And notice that there is an arrow. When you click on it, you will see a plenty of options for dimensioning. But apparently you only need Smart Dimension for dimensioning because it's really smart. So it's really as easy as ABC, right? So now let's try with a straight line. So all you have to do is just click on this straight line and just make a straight line over here. Right, press escape button on your keyboard. So now click on this Smart Dimension icon over here, and then click on the line. So once you click, there is a value will appear, and this value basically represent the dimension of a straight line. And you can drag anywhere that you want, and for me, I'm going to click over here. So now a modified dialog will appear, so which you can actually change the value for your dimension over here. So you will notice that the units is in mm because we use the unit system mmgs, which is millimeter, gram, and second. So here we have millimeters. So let's say I input 100 millimeters, and then click the right icon, and or you can just hit the enter on your keyboard. And whenever you don't want to use Smart Dimension anymore, just hit this right icon over here. So here we have a line with 100 millimeter of length. So easy, right? Now let's try with a rectangle. So I'm going to choose a rectangle over here. Corner rectangle. So let's say over here. Something like that, right? So now click on this Smart Dimension. And you can choose which side that you want. For example here, I'm going to input 50 millimeters. You don't have to include the millimeters, just input the value, 50. And there you go. You have this length, which is 50 millimeters. So do the same for this side. And input under 50 millimeters. So basically, you now have created a square of 50 millimeters. So it's really easy to use this Smart Dimension tools. Let's try with another one. How about a circle? A circle. So let's say over here, I have one big circle over here. Just click on this Smart Dimension. And then just press or click on the on the circle itself, and it will give you this kind of diameter. So or maybe over here. So this is the diameter. Or you can even do something like this. Diagonal. So this is vertical, this is horizontal dimension, and this is the from the center. So all you have to do is just click over here. And maybe you want a circle with diameter of 80, and just hit enter, and there you go. So this is a circle with 80 diameter. Right. Using Smart Dimension, you can also create an exact angle. For example, you have these two lines. Here horizontal. And then over here. So you have these two lines connecting to each other. So let's say I want the angle between this line of 45 degrees. So now I click on the Smart Dimension icon. And all you have to do is just click on this line, and it will give you eventually the dimension of the line. So that is not what I want. So the dimension that I want is the angle. So all you have to do is next is just click on the second line, okay, click on the second line, and eventually it will give you an angle, okay, so which is currently is 37.79 degree. Okay, so just click here, and as always you can always modify your angle. Okay, so input 45 degree and hit enter. Okay, there you go. Okay, so remember when you are done with the dimension. Okay, so always close this dialog. Okay, so now you have this line, okay, with a 45 degrees of angle. Okay, so remember I said that we can also create a distance, okay, using smart dimension. Okay, so yes, okay, we can create a distance. Okay, so let's say I have this two line over here, okay, and the other line is right over here. Okay, so I want the distance between them, okay, between these two lines around around, let's say 200. Okay, so around 200. Okay, so using smart dimension, okay, so click on the first line. Okay, it will give you the dimension of the line. Okay, so now all you have to do is just click on the second line, okay, over here. So okay, eventually it will give you the distance, okay, the distance between that. Okay, so it's really interesting, right, using smart dimension. So that's why I said that you only need smart dimension in dimensioning, okay, because they're really smart, really smart enough to perform the dimension. Okay, so let's say click over here, okay, and then I input 200 millimeters, okay, and then just click OK. So you will have the distance between these two lines, okay, equivalent to 200 millimeters. Okay, so let's say you want to modify this the distance. Okay, so all you have to do is just double click on the dimension itself. Okay, double click, and you can modify your your distance or dimension, length, and so on. Okay, so let's say 300. Just click OK or hit enter, then there you go. Okay, so easy, right? Okay, okay, technically you can try to play around with this smart dimension using others shape. Okay, for example, we have slot, okay, like, okay, something like that. Okay, okay, so okay, let's try smart dimension over here. Okay, right. Okay, so you will have, for example, 200, and with this radius you want, for example, 20 millimeters. Okay, so okay, you can create this kind of slot. Okay, and even okay, so for example, let's say, okay, I have this slope. Okay, this slope. Okay, so the slope. Okay, so let's say this slope or straight line. Okay, with a smart dimension of okay, 400. Okay, so 400, that would be good. Okay, so let's say I want between the horizontal. Okay, the horizontal distance. Okay, so this is the exact distance. Okay, or exact length. Okay, so if I want this kind of horizontal dimension. Okay, so horizontal distance. Okay, so all I have to do is just click on this this point over here. Okay, and then this point, then it will give you the same, but okay, same, but if you you just move around your mouse over here, okay, you will see that there is a horizontal distance, okay, between those 2 points on the line. Okay, and if you go right over here, it will give you the vertical vertical distance. Okay, so it's really interesting, okay, to play with this smart dimension. Okay, for example, if this one, okay, I make a dimension of let's say 200. Okay, okay, so now you will have this length, okay, the exact length 400 millimeters, and this horizontal length is equivalent to 200. Okay, when you make dimension on your sketch, okay, so make sure it is not over defined. Okay, sometimes we call over dimension. Okay, so over dimension or over defined is basically a redundant dimension or unnecessary dimension. Okay, for example, we have we have a rectangle. Okay, so let's say a rectangle over here. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm going to input this length equivalent to, okay, let's say 400, and this one around, okay, let's say 200. Okay, okay, something like that. Okay, so in rectangle we do have 4 sides. Okay, but actually we only need 2 dimensions, right? Okay, which is the length, and also the height. Okay, so now take a look when I try to make a dimension for this side. Okay, So let's say over here, okay, so it will appear 400, okay, because there are basically the same dimension, okay. So when I click over here, okay, so you will see that somehow it turns yellow with a warning dialog saying that make dimension driven, okay. Adding this dimension will make the sketch over-defined or unable to solve, okay. So when this happens, okay, so it means that there are, over-defined or over-dimension, okay. So all you have to do is just cancel this warning, okay, and then you are good to go, okay, because it is really unnecessary for you to create this dimension, okay, because this one and this one is share equal, okay, equal length, okay, so it's really unnecessary for you to create another one, okay, right. So let's create again, right. So another example, okay, for example, you have these 3 lines over here, okay, you have 3 lines, okay, and then you have this one, okay, right, and the other one, right, okay. So you create a dimension between these 2 lines, okay, around 500, let's say, okay, and you want this distance between these 2 lines, okay, around 200, okay. So we have the overall distance is 500 and this one is 200, okay. So we already know that this distance should be and will be 300, is it, okay. So now let's say between this line, okay, I add another dimension over here, okay. So it will automatically appear 300, okay, because why? Because 500 minus 200 you will get 300, okay. So now I'm about to click over here, then boom, okay, a warning of over-defined appear, okay. So you know why? Because we already make a dimension of 500 over here and we have 200 over here, then of course, okay, this one will be 300, okay. So this is over-defined, okay, over-dimension, okay. So it is really unnecessary for you to make another dimension over here, okay. So be careful when you're dimensioning a complex shape, okay, so that it is not over-defined, okay. So all you have to do is just cancel or ignore this warning, okay, right. Same goes with this slope, okay, with this slope, okay. So you have the this one is 400, okay, the hypotenuse, and then this one is the adjacent, okay. So what happens if you create the opposite, the opposite distance, okay, dimension, okay. So of course, okay, so they will turn yellow, okay, and this one is indicate the what we call the over-defined, okay. So why? Because in Pythagoras theorem, okay, when you have the hypotenuse, you have the adjacent, okay, then automatically you can obtain the value for the opposite, okay. So it is really unnecessary, right? Okay, so just ignore this and then you are good to go, okay. So that is the basic of smart dimension, okay. So now you can perform or make sketching with dimension, okay. So like over here, okay, so any dimension that you want, okay, sorry, for example over here 700, okay, and then this line and between this rectangle, okay, you want a distance of 300 maybe, okay. Then you have this this distance, okay, right. So that is about smart dimension, okay. So now let's move to the next lesson, okay, which is offset entities. We use offset entities when we want to add sketch entities by offsetting the face, edge, curve, or even the sketch entities, okay. So it's just like we duplicate the entities by adding offset or distant value to create another one, okay. So I'm going to show you the example, okay. So now let's clear this first, okay. So just Control A and then hit the delete button on your keyboard, okay. So okay, so let's say I have this straight line, okay, over here, okay, with the dimension of, for example, I want the dimension of maybe 50, okay, so 50, right. So it's become something like this. So just zoom to fit, okay, right, or you can just zoom your drawing over here, okay, right. So now I want to make another line, okay, next to this line, okay, with the distance maybe around 10 millimeters, okay. So you can always use the traditional way, okay, by creating another line over here, okay, and then use smart dimension to create the distance, okay. However, okay, there is a much simpler and easier way to do it, okay, by using the offset entities. Okay, so you can find the offset icon over here, okay, which is the offset entity. Okay, so all you have to do is just click on this offset entity. Okay, and first change the parameter on the left side. Okay, so let's say just now I said I want to offset this line by 10 millimeters. So currently it's 10 millimeters. So yes, okay, so 10 millimeter. And now focus on my cursor. Okay, so now I click on this line. Okay, so you will see that there is a yellow line appear on your screen. Okay, and you will notice that at the center of the original line, okay, there is a yellow arrow. Okay, so this arrow, okay, actually the direction of your entities. Okay, so it's keep changing direction when I move over this the original line. Okay, so using offset entities, you are able to choose the direction of your offset. Okay, so either in or out, left or right, top or bottom. Okay, so let's say I want to offset this straight line, okay, over here. Okay, so all I have to do is just click on the top of the line, okay, not at the bottom. Okay, so on the top of the line. Okay, so then just click here. Okay, right. Okay, so automatically a new line will appear with the offset is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay, according to the parameter that we changed on the left side just now. Okay, so 10 millimeters. If you input 20 millimeters, then it will be 20 millimeters. Okay, so let's say try another one. Okay, offset entity. Okay, and then we input, for example, 20, and I choose this line. Okay, so you will see there is another line. Okay, so which is yellow line and also this yellow arrow. Okay, so let's say I want to duplicate or offset this straight line. Okay, by 20 millimeters away from the original line. Okay, at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to move my cursor below. Okay, below this straight line, and click over here. Then you have the offset entity. Okay, so easy, right? Okay, so that is for the straight line. Okay, so how about if I use this this offset entity with a rectangle? Okay, so let's say we delete this one. Okay, and I create a rectangle over here. Okay, so let's say the dimension is 100, and this one will be 80. Okay, right. So okay, we can use offset entity with this rectangle. So all you have to do is just click. Okay, so click over here. Okay, so click until you can see all of the sides and orange. Okay, so click over here, and then you click offset entity. Okay, so you click offset entity, then boom. Okay, you can notice that there is a new rectangle. Okay, yellow rectangle with we always have this arrow. Okay, either in or out. Okay, so let's say I want the offset to be around 5 millimeters. Okay, so 5 millimeters in. Okay, inside this inside this rectangle. Okay, so all I have to do is just click inside this rectangle, and boom. Okay, you have a new rectangle where the distance, okay, between this side is 5 millimeters. Okay, so okay, let's try another one. Okay, or you can even also press this icon first. Okay, and then hit this line. Okay, right. So okay, for example 5 millimeters. Okay, then I press this one. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so you can also move it like this. Okay, this. Okay, right. So let's say I want 5. Okay, then I press OK. Okay, then you will have your another rectangle offset by 5 millimeter away. Okay, so it's really easy. Okay, using this offset. Okay, when you are trying to make or duplicate your current entities by using offset. Okay, so okay, so let me clear this one. Okay, and I think we shall try with this slot. Okay, so let's say with this straight slot. Okay, okay, so I don't really care about the dimension. Okay, so just okay, press this one. Okay, and then press offset entities, then you will have in or out. Okay, so in or out. So let's say you want out. Okay, so let's say around 10 millimeters, then click OK over here. Okay, so outside. Okay, so outside, so click here. Okay, then you have your new slot. Okay, with the offset is equal to 10 millimeters. Okay, right. So let's try with circle. Okay, or polygon. Okay, so polygon. For example, over here, okay, something like here. Okay, so with a 6 side. Okay, so okay, then okay, so sorry. Okay, right. So all you have to do is just click on this, okay, so that all of your side, okay, so it turns, orange. Okay, right. Okay, so now it's turned light blue. Okay, and then you press or you click this offset entities. Okay, and then input, for example, 2. Okay, and then choose whether you want in or out. Okay, so I want out. Okay, so I move my cursor out of the polygon, the current polygon, and then click over here. Okay, then you have your your offset. Okay, with the offset distance is equal to 2 millimeters. Okay, so same if you create or use this offset entity with other part, for example circle. Okay, you will have the same result. Okay, right. So let's delete this one. Okay, let's try with some spline or curve. Okay, so for example up here. Okay, there you go, and then press escape. Okay, so for this one, okay, all you have to do is just click on the spline. Okay, and then press the offset entity. Okay, then you will see you will have another spline. Okay, so maybe a 5 millimeter, and then choose your direction, in or out. Okay, so let's say out. Okay, then you will have your new spline. Okay, so easy, right? Okay, when using these offset entities. Now let's move to the next lesson, okay, which is mirror entities. Okay, so mirror cermin. Okay, so this tool will generate exactly the same entities or sketch on the other side based on your mirror, or basically a reference line in this SolidWorks. Okay, so let me clear this first. Okay, so select all, delete. Okay, okay, sorry, where's mine? Okay, over here. Right. Okay. Okay. So let's say I have this triangle shape. Okay. So I'm going to make a triangle over here. Okay. So something like that. Right. Okay. So and I want to mirror this triangle shape. Okay. So in order to mirror, okay, so first you need to have a reference line. Okay, in sketching. So let's create a reference lines. Okay, using this type of line, okay, which is center line. Okay, so all you have to do is just click on the center line. Okay, center line, and then just create your mirror. Okay, right. So let's say over here. Okay, right. So now you are ready to use the mirror entities. Okay, you can find the mirror entities icon over here. Okay, so all you have to do is just click this mirror entities, and you will see on the left side we have entities to mirror and mirror about. Okay, so entity to mirrors is basically you are going to choose your sketch. Okay, so basically this one. Okay, so you will see line 93, 91, 92. Okay, and then mirror about, okay, is basically your mirror, okay, or reference line. Okay, so I'm going to choose this one. Okay, then you will see you will have a yellow same shape, same dimension as this triangle. Okay, so which is on the mirror side. Okay, so all you have to do is just click OK, and there you go. Okay, you have already mirrored your sketch. Okay, alright. So let's try another one. Okay, which is, for example, okay, I'm going to use this spline. Okay, so something like that. Okay, right. So I'm going to mirror this shape. Okay, so all you have to do is just click on this mirror entities. Okay, and then select entities to mirror. I'm going to choose this one, and mirror about, I'm going to choose the same reference line. Okay, so you will see the generated yellow shape over here, and all you have to do, press the right, okay, and there you go. Okay, you will have the exactly same shape of this entity. Okay, just on the other side. Okay, of course. Right. Okay, so so that's how you use the mirror entities. Okay, and this mirror entities tools is really helpful when you want to create a complex shape of sketch. Okay, which is symmetrical. Okay, so symmetrical, same shape, same dimension on the left side and right side. Okay, I'm going to give an example. Okay, so let's say I create a reference line over here. Okay, so and then I'm going to use spline, okay, to create something like this shape. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of shape. there you go. Okay, so once you click on this line, then hit escape on your keyboard, okay, and you will have the shape. Okay, so now all you have to do is just click on this mirror entity, okay, and you're going to select the entity to mirrors, okay, which is this line, okay, and mirror about, okay, always don't forget this mirror about, okay, which is the reference line. Okay, so select this reference line, and you will notice you will have your standard entities, okay, basically the same, symmetrical. Okay, so just click this OK button, and you will have your sketch mirror. Okay, so basically this green icon, represent the mirror entities. Okay, right. So that is how you want to use the mirror entities. Okay, so you can always play around with this mirror entity. Practice make perfect. Okay. You know what? Okay, for the reference line or the mirror line, okay, so it really doesn't have to be this center line. Okay, as long as you have a line, okay, then you can mirror using that line. Okay, for example, over here, okay, let's say I create this this rectangle, okay, and I'm going to mirror this object, okay, using this reference line. Okay, so all I have to do is just click on this mirror entities, entity to mirrors. I choose this one. Okay, and mirror about, okay, I choose this line. Okay, so you will see that you will have this yellow object over here, and all you have to do, click OK, and there you go. Okay, so you already mirror the same object using the same side, okay, the same edge. Okay, so it really doesn't matter for you to create a reference line using this center line. Okay, so it really doesn't matter as long as it is a line. Okay, then you are able to use the mirror entities. Now let's just close this document and open a new one. Okay, so go save. Okay, just open a new one, part, okay, and select sketch. Okay, sketch over here, sketch, and choose top plane. Okay, so here below this mirror entities, okay, you will find linear sketch pattern. Okay, so linear sketch pattern is a tool when you want to add linear pattern or duplicate your sketch linearly. Okay, so for example, over here I have a circle. Okay, sorry, circle. Okay, with a diameter of, okay, for example, 20. Okay, so let's say I want to create a linear pattern for this circle. Okay, so all you have to do is just select this linear sketch pattern. Okay, and then of course this linear this entity to pattern, okay, you have to choose this circle. Okay, then you will see a circle, a yellow circle, okay, already generated. Okay, so here, okay, you can input the space, okay, the spacing between these two circles. Okay, for example, I want 30, okay, so 30 millimeter, okay, between this diameter, okay, so 30 millimeters, and I want to duplicate linearly around 5. Okay, so you can select, okay, by changing this parameter. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so according to what you need, and also you can choose this degree. Okay, so whatever degree that you want. Okay, so that is a linear sketch pattern. Okay, right. Okay, so it's really helpful, okay, when you create a hole, for example, okay, on the plate. Okay, so you want to create a hole for a screw, for example. Okay, so this linear sketch pattern is really helpful. Okay, so let's say I'm going to leave at 0 degree. Okay, so around 10, 30 meter, and there you go. Okay, so now you already create a circle with a linear sketch pattern. Okay, so now you have 10 circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so remember 10 circle, the parameters that you change on the left side just now, 10 is including the original one. Okay, so it's including this original one. Okay, right. So let me delete this one. Okay, so this arrow. Okay, so beside linear sketch pattern, okay, you can also use this circular sketch pattern. Okay, so linear is linearly. Okay, so circular is more to the circle way. Okay, so let's try this circular pattern. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to make a big circle over here just to show you how to use this circular pattern, and then okay, I'm going to create another circle over here. Okay, right, something like that. Okay, so okay, all right. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this circular pattern. Okay, so click on this circular pattern, and first entity to patterns. Okay, you choose this one. Okay, and then so point. Okay, so this point you can choose this point or maybe this circle. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to create a few of circle, okay, around this circle, this big circle. Okay, so equal spacing, meaning that if you input 4, okay, then it will equal spacing between these 4. Okay, right. Okay, okay, let's say I want to generate for example 16. Okay, so 16 circle. Okay, so around this circle. Okay, so use equal spacing, or you can also untick the spacing and add your space, okay, for whatever that you want. Okay, so I'm going to use this equal spacing and 16, and there you go. Okay, so you will have your circular pattern. Okay, and of course you can always trim your entities. Okay, for example, I'm going to trim this one. Okay, so you can always trim your entities. Okay, to create your desired sketch. Okay, right. Okay, so that is an example for circular pattern. Okay, right. Well, apart from this mirror entities, linear sketch, circular sketch, okay, so we have these tools named move entities. Okay, you know what? I really didn't use this tool so much because it's really unnecessary for me to use it. But I think you can try to explore this one. Okay, it's really it might be helpful in some of your cases. Let me clear this one. Okay, delete, select all, delete, yes to all. Okay, right. Okay, so let's say I have this this rectangle, right? Okay, that's over here. Okay, so I want to move this entity. Okay, so move entities. Okay, you want to move your original entities to a new location. Okay, so all you have to do is just hit on this move entity. Okay, select entity to move. Okay, so you choose this one. Okay, and then here you have X and Y. Okay, so basically you can play with these parameters. Okay, so whenever that you want to place your this entity to a new location, okay, for example over here, okay, and then click OK. So that is the move entities. Okay, so you can see this arrow. Okay, so when you click this arrow, you have copy entity, rotate, scale, stretch. Okay, so for a copy entities is basically the same as the linear sketch pattern. Okay, so however, you just you just copy one time. Okay, so only single copy. Okay, so entities to copy, so you select this one. Okay, and then you hit whenever you want to copy this one. Okay, for example over here. Okay, right, and then copy. Okay, so now you have two entities. Okay, right. So let's say for example a rotate. Okay, so rotate. Okay, so entity to rotate, I'm going to choose this one, and center of rotation, I'm going to rotate about this point. Okay. So and then so here we have the degree, the angle degree. So this is the parameter we use in this rotation. So you can click this one. Okay, so until you can see this kind of big blue arrow. Okay, so once you have this one, then you can change the angle of the degree. Okay, so you will see that your shape is rotating according to the angle that you input in the parameters. Okay, so let's say 70, then you click OK, then here we have. Okay, right, then we have scale entity. Okay, in order to enlarge or maybe reduce. Okay, so I'm going to select entity to scale this one. Okay, and then scale about. Okay, I'm going to choose this point. Okay, then you can see I can enlarge or reduce these entities according to the parameters that I input over here. So you can always play around with this move entity. I really didn't use that much because if I just make a mistake, then I simply hit delete and do all over again. Okay, so you can try to use this what we call these tools, okay, in your drawing. Okay, and and you can see that this circle become this rectangle, okay, scale to a bigger size. Okay, right. um, well, I think that will be our lesson, okay, for this advanced sketching. Okay, so just a quick summary for this lesson. We have learned about the smart dimension, okay, which is to input angle, okay, and then what we call distance, diameter, radius, and so on, okay. And then we also learn about this offset entity, okay, when we want to add another entities according to the shape that you already have by using offset. Then we have mirror, we have linear sketch pattern, we have circular sketch pattern, and all of this in this move entity, okay, copy, rotate, scale, and stretch, okay. Alright, so I think that will be our lesson, okay, in this video, okay. So thank you very much and see you in the next video.